Hi, I'm Christ and I'm the lead guitarist of the German black metal band Stiriah. Stiriah is a three-man black metal project, and we are heavily influenced by the kings of the Norwegian black metal scene, as far as I concern them, the greatest when it comes to technical skills and songwriting, and they are Emperor and Dissection. So if you are into music that goes in that direction, then you should definitely check out what we are doing. The meaning behind the band name Stiriah is pretty unspectacular, I would say. It's Ortok, our drummer, was going through a Latin dictionary and found out that icicle in Latin means Styria without the H on the end. So the H was just added for, I don't know, like confusion. And so the band name was born. That's the whole story. We have recently released a new album called Portal. It's the fourth full-length album, and I think, as I've said on the previous albums as well, this one is definitely our best, since we are gaining skills in playing, in songwriting, and looking on details and stuff. So this album is a step on another level compared to the previous album of Light. It's a concept album, so Ortok wrote some lyrics and then I wrote the songs, and then we mixed it all together and looked what would fit the music, vice versa, the lyrics the best. So I think it's great. It has melodic shit in it. It has lots of blast beats, keyboards, some choirs, lots of details. So yeah, I think it's a great album. As mentioned before, the lyrics are completely written by Ortok. He, like on the Of Light album, prior to this one, he chose a concept. He was thinking about, as far as I understood what his intentions were. He was thinking about how to describe the ongoing battle inside your head, so to say. So managing the inner demons, the clean logic versus the I don't know, maybe foolish emotions, feelings, things that you do without any certain purpose, and then in the end maybe think, that might have been a shitty idea or whatever. But you chose to do so, so you are constantly fighting yourself, and that's the journey that is being described in the lyrics. So it's about evolving yourself into a better or higher I. So the cover artwork is an interesting topic because there have been some complaints lately about it. We've used AI this time. We've found a guy on Instagram who could do this. He's called Anthroponeural, so check out his stuff. Yeah, he's an artist doing AI, and there has been a lot of discussions about it because AI artists are not as great as Photoshop artists, as it seems to some people. So there's been a lot of yeah, talking lately. But to anyone who's listening to free music on YouTube and Spotify, this whole topic is just pointless, because don't argue about people not valuing artists if you are listening to other artists' music for free. The artwork itself, he pretty much nailed what we were looking for. It's like, to me, it's like this organic mass forming into a human, which is more or less the essence of the whole lyrical concept of the album. It's like a lot of little things and memories and circumstances that form a human's mind. So yeah, the album looks how it sounds. It pretty much kicks ass. We have let me put it out of the way. For this release, we have finally decided to work with a label, and we found some awesome support by the Crawling Chaos Records from Cologne. We've released all prior albums on ourselves, like the whole promotion and stuff, but we figured out that we are not that good in it as we are in making music and recording and mixing them. So we thought we give that job to a professional. And with Holger from Calling Chaos, we found a very capable guy. So he is well in networking. He has some great contacts. He has finally made it an opportunity or a possible option for us to release our first vinyls. So without him and this corporation, there would have been no vinyl of our Portal album. So really thankful for that, and yeah, he's just a cool guy to hang out with. So the whole chemistry works really great. He's not interfering with how our music should sound like, what we are, what we should or shouldn't do. So he's doing the business, and we are doing the music, so to say. So great dude. You should check out the other bands on his roster as well. Great stuff. Supporting ourselves financially. Well, we are all working on some 9-to-5 jobs, so that's no rock and roll story that you're gonna hear from me. It's sad but true. And yeah, finance support is like going to shows, playing gigs, and people coming to the shows and buying our merch or buying stuff online on webshop, stuff like this. So that's the whole financial policy behind it. I can imagine, let me put it another way. We are all born in the same little city in the southeast of Germany, and therefore there wasn't that much options when it came to doing something besides going to school. And after school we, I think, all were in bands or started bands pretty soon, like with 13 to 14 years old. And then someone said, I'm starting to learn guitar, so you're gonna learn bass. And that's how we all started. And I can remember meeting the other guys in yeah, when was it? Yeah, I was 18 years old, so it was a long time ago, 18 years from now. And yeah, I was in another band. They were in a band called Nordica, and we we saw the merch we were wearing. So I was the only guy outside of their bubble, which they have seen with an Immortal shirt in our city. So we got into a little conversation and stuff, and then I was at their rehearsal, and we find out that our chemistry was working pretty good. So we started making music together in our first black metal band, Eiszeit, Ice Age in German. And that was the start of it. Then our ways split for a couple of years. I was doing more technical, core-ish metal, like melodic stuff. And they quitted Eiszeit and then started Stiriah in 2007, I guess, was it? Yes. And then we all moved to Berlin, some moved to Dresden, and our ways crossed again. And I started making music with Ortok here in Berlin. And then he said, yeah, what about you come to our rehearsal in Dresden? We are reviving Stiriah. And then after one rehearsal and some hellish hangover, I was in the band once again. And so we got into making albums in 2015 after this reunion. And yeah, that is pretty much the story how we got into metal. We're all always fascinated by the music, and yeah, I mean that's more or less a no-brainer that you once you're interested in something you want to do it yourself, so that's how we got into it. Certain obstacles being a musician definitely is stuff like having to do a lot of social media content and stuff that is not really music related. I mean, it's a great opportunity to get in contact with your fans besides shows and stuff. But it's definitely things I'm not that good in, as I'm in creating music. So I think that is something that's pretty hard once in a while. And on the other hand, it's things like you wanna do creative stuff and are somehow not capable of being not inspired or whatever. But talking for myself, I can say that these phases are pretty short. So most times I pick up a guitar, I start playing something, then there comes another riff, then I throw away the first riff and work on the second one, because the second one is always a little better than the first try, and so things get together, work further and further, and at least a little sketch of something that could be a song is mostly the result of this. So that's it. Specific non-metal genre or artist, I think it's pretty cliche to say it, but I'm also into classical stuff, so big orchestric compositions and stuff like this, so Prokofiev and Johann Sebastian Bach. yeah, so they're all dead, so I don't think there will be an cooperation, but this would be pretty great. Oh, that's a good one. The evolution of black metal in the past years is pretty boring, I would say. So don't get me wrong, there are like some bands who are pointing out like with doing some things that no one done before, like Mugwa did it from Poland. And then after there's a whole lot of bands doing the same thing. So there's like one band pioneering something, and then there's this long tail of bands copying it without evolving it further. So I mean, there's nothing wrong really with being inspired or copying stuff. So, but you have to put some own things of yourself in it, so not just making the worse version of the original. That's something that's not really interesting for me. And yeah, there are like a couple of stages, a couple of bands who marked like some certain levels or points in the history of black metal for me. So it's like the 90s guys, and later on the more technical confusionists, or chaotic bands like Deathspell Omega, stuff like this. So there's like bands who really did something, they tried something outside the box, let's put it this way. And unfortunately most bands are more relying on things which used to work, and so they are just doing the same shit. That's pretty boring. Okay, rapid fire section. Guitar shredding or drum blast beats? Definitely blast beats, because I hate guitar shredding and way too long guitar solos in otherwise great songs piss me off. Vinyl or CD? Definitely vinyl, because it's just cooler looking. It's yeah, I like how it looks. I think that's mostly it. Mosh pit or crowd surfing? Definitely mosh pit, because I don't like to get touched on the crowd surfing. So I think elbow to the boards in a mosh pit is a better choice than being grabbed by the boards in a crowd surfing. Studio sessions or rehearsal? I'm definitely into studio sessions, no matter when, because mostly on rehearsals you play material which is already finished, and in the studio you are more into creating new music, and yeah, that's the thing that I like the most about making music, doing new stuff. The guilty pleasure song is Pat Benatar, Love is a Battlefield. Our future plans are to tour with the new album, and hopefully not just Germany and Eastern Europe, so maybe we can do make something work in Scandinavia. That would be really great. So if you know someone, let us know. And the other plans are, there will be another video release coming soon for this album, and we are also already working on new material for the next album, so we were pretty busy lately. So yeah, stay tuned, and thanks for having me here, and yeah, check out our videos and our album. We would really appreciate your support, so thanks.